Yo, what's going on guys, Caden here, back with another video, and today I'm back yet again in Schedule 1, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you guys my fully best automatic bungalow setup. Now you can see in here a little bit of the layout, and I bet you're wondering where are the beds. Now what I'm using is I'm using a little trick where you put the beds for the workers inside of your little motel room, and then you have a lot more space and open freedom to do and work with whatever you want in here. And since you can't use more than 5 workers in the bungalow, and you need 8 workers to set up a mixing area, what we have set up is we have a maximum level growing area that's going to be fully automatic, make our product heavenly, move it into here, and then it'll be moved from here into the barn to start the mixing process. So yeah, let's get straight into the design. Alright guys, so first off, I'm over here at the motel, and you can see we're inside motel room 1, and we have all of our beds set. Now right now I don't have any money in the briefcases because I don't really want them all setting it up yet, so I can get it on video. But you can see in here we have 3 binists and 2 handlers. Now you only need like 1 handler, but it's most effective to have 3 of these guys, and you can just use 1 of these and have a trash picker if you want to keep the trash well. But since I wanted double the amount of drying racks, I just got 2 handlers to move from the drying racks to make it more effective. Now you can see I placed the beds over here, and all you have to do is when you're selecting their beds, you click E, select their bed, bring it over here, and you just move it all over to here, and it makes it to where you have a lot more space, and it's a pretty cool trick. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be filling up all the briefcases with money, and then we're going to go over there, watch them go through the process and start working everything out. You can see they're all taking their wage, and then what they'll start doing is they'll start first off growing all the plants, and then once they grow all the plants, they'll move them from there into the drying racks, and then from the drying racks into the final storage. So let's head over and check out the process. Alright guys, so we're back over at the bungalow, and you can see the handlers are just waiting outside because they're waiting for product to be moved into the drying racks. But you can see we have all of our binists over here getting straight to work. They're filling up the pots with soil, and if you look on the clipboard here, you can see all the things it's set to Granddaddy Purple Seed with fertilizer, and then to move to the drying rack. And then you can see we have all of our other growing area inside here, which will start trimming and moving into the drying rack. And all of these are set, so you can see how it's set. You have the seed, then the additive, and then the destination. So what you're going to want to do is come up to every single one of your pots that you have placed, set the seed that you want, fertilizer, or whatever you need, and then the drying rack. Now make sure whatever you set on here you have in the storage. So you see whenever I click on the worker and it says their supplies, they're linked to these large storage racks, and you can see they have enough soil, seeds, and fertilizer to do all their pots. And literally all I have to do is come in and just refill these every once in a while, but you can see I have plenty of storage all around to refill it. So they're gonna come through, work through all those, and then when you have the destination set on the pots, it'll be moved from the pots into the drying racks by the workers. And then when they come to the drying racks, they'll be all hung up and they'll be set here to their legendary level. And then that's where the handlers come into play, and we have it set from the drying racks into the large storage. So you can see all they gotta do is just grab it from the drying racks, move it into the storage, and then you see we have our final products all along here. So I'm gonna let them go through that, and I'll show you guys when it's on the drying rack and getting moved into the final batch. So you can actually see right now one of the workers just came and started drying all these. He's picking up some extra supplies, so they're coming through, they're setting them on the drying racks right now. As you can see, they're trimming, so they're trimming their pots, moving them into the area to start the drying process. Bang, just like that. And then that'll go through like a 20-hour drying process, and then the handlers will come in, move it when it's at its max level. So it's a really effective design and super clean. Alright boys, it is the next morning now, and you can see all these plants have already finally grown. Now the workers will finish them up, they're at 95%, and continue trimming and moving it all into the drying rack. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this here, wait a little bit until all the drying racks are full, and when they start moving it into the final process right over here, and then I'll just go show you guys the mixing station that I have set up at the barn. But I have a video before this one showing you guys a full tutorial on how I set up the mixing and automatic station at the barn. But regardless, if you guys want to get mods as well for the game, check out the link down below. But let's get into the rest of the video. Alright guys, so I just slept. It's the morning now. The workers are all coming in, and they're going to start trimming again. And now you can see we have all of our stuff pretty much in the drying racks. Just got to fill it up all the way to 20, and then they'll start drying it, and then we'll get our max product. Bro's trimming away. Fertilized GD Perp under the light, looking super clean. Mr. John here. Oh, Sarah coming through. Don't need to hurry up with your trimming. She's like, look, bro takes 30 seconds. Alright, they just actually take a really long time to trim, but you can see these guys are finally trimming, and then they're bringing it over, putting it on their drying racks. And I forgot to set one of them to the drying, so I have them all set to the drying, and now it's all drying. And then it's gonna go through this process. It takes a little while, and then they move it over here into our final shelves, which you can see the final product all along here, which looks insane. So this is a fully automatic station. Now I'm just gonna show you guys the barn real quick, and then that'll be everything. Alright boys, so you can see we are over here at the barn right now, and pretty much what happens is you can take any product, move it into here, and then it'll go through the production line. When these are refilled and have everything set up, you can see it runs down this line. I just have to refill all the materials, but and then it pumps out bricks, and this is for like the crystal and everything. And this full setup is also shown in a video before this, but regardless, it takes 8 employees to run this whole line to get the 8 maxed out mixed. But that is the barn and everything, and that was the full setup with the bungalow. So regardless, if you guys enjoyed that video and you like that setup, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.